It's the Ice Report with Tom Casey on 101sports.com.
Tom Casey with you as the online edition of the Ice Report returns to 101sports.com. It's been a long 5 months, not just for the Blues, but for us hockey fans who like to get our fix and like to exchange hockey tidbits, information, and analysis. Well, 2011-2012 season will get underway soon, and what we will do here without further ado is preview the first two games in the Blues regular season. They happen this coming Saturday night at home against Nashville, and then a quick turnaround the following Monday, a matinee afternoon game at home against Calgary. These two teams are very similar in that neither one is regarded as a contender, but they're both competitive, solid teams that are well coached. Nashville with Barry Trotz, the Flames with Brent Sutter. They both offer solid goaltending. Pekka Rinne with the Preds, and of course Mika Kiprusoff with Calgary. Both have guys that can find the back of the net. Jerome McGinley, everybody knows what he is capable of. Olli Jokinen with the Flames, he can score as well. With the Predators, it's by committee. It's a bunch of guys who score between 15 and 20 goals typically a year. Martin Erat, David Legwand, people like that, Patrick Hornquist. So that's what the Blues are going to face with their first two tests, and they're going to be just that. Tests for a team that many do believe is good enough to make the playoffs. And that has been, over the summer, the million-dollar question. With the additions and the maturity and the continued assumed growth of guys like TJ Oshie and Patrick Berglund, are the Blues good enough to make the playoffs in 2012? I think they are, but here's how they've got to get there. Number one, you assume that they're going to be healthier than they were last year. It was incredible, the rash of injuries, specifically with the top six forwards. No team is going to overcome that and make a dent, let alone try to get into the playoffs. So you have to assume they're going to be healthier. Yaroslav Halak is a major X factor. I have said it on the air many times. I still don't feel like I know exactly how good he is. Is he as good? Can he be as good as the guy we saw with Montreal in 2010? He got off to a great start with St. Louis last year, but then, of course, his play declined. He had an injured hand, broken hand, that forced him to miss 2 to 3 weeks. If Halak plays very good on a consistent basis, that combined with the team's health and assumed scoring, last year, you got to remember, the Blues were the 10th highest scoring team in the National Hockey League. All of that together is an equation for this team to be a playoff team in the second season. That's what we've got this week. Next week, much more, as we will preview week number 2 for the St. Louis Blues in their 2011-2012 regular season. That and more to come in another online edition of the Ice Report at 101sports.com.